But no, I'm back and I have a video for you. Let's stop worrying about what I haven't been doing and focus on what I'm going to be doing. July 13th, 2002. Going to Fresno, California. Okay, so on July 13th, 2002, it's a Saturday, me, my friend, my best friend Curtis, and one of my former friends, Brian, went to this club called Bam Bam's. And in Fresno at this time, Bam Bam's had a, which is crazy, an 18 and up club. Now, of course you couldn't drink alcohol unless you were 21, but you mingled. But it was like a hot, like, I don't even know how they even got it. In 2002? Girl, this is like the archaic days. Like, how? Well, I mean, maybe that's why it existed. Because, first of all, Fresno and Clovis, California are rather conservative, honey. I'm talking like, I don't know, girl. These people just run around with Bibles, and I'm just surprised they're not just running around hitting the gays in the head with them. Like, Fresno and Clovis are very conservative. So much so that we're not even going to get into that. It is weird, though, that they were able to open a club, number one, that allowed people that are adults that are 18 to go to the club. Actually, it wasn't 18 and up, because I wrote here in my notes, Brian and Curtis were both 17 at the time. So that means I had to be at least 18, and the club was 16. Oh, 16 up. I wrote it in my notes. So I'm even more shocked that it even happened. It was a 16 and up club. You could get in at 16, but you couldn't drink. Couldn't drink, girl. We know about that. And you got to party with, like, what the? I can't even believe it even happened. It didn't last very long, but I did go a couple of times. I went with this guy Brandon that I dated back in the day once. I went with Brian, I think maybe 2 times as a kid. Damn, that is crazy. And it's just so funny because what else did I write about that time? I only knew Brian back then. Okay, so at this time, Brian was still in the closet, girl. And so, he was telling, he's like, oh, I'm not gay. And so when somebody tells me something, I take it at face value. Whatever you tell me, I'm not arguing with you. I'm not going to tell you what I think. I'm just like, okay, girl, you're not gay. That's fine. But we're going to a gay club and we're going dancing, girl. That's what we're doing. Okay. He eventually did come out, and the funny thing is, he wound up in a multi-year relationship, if I remember correctly, with this guy that I had a crush on in 8th grade. What else did I put on here? What? Okay. Yeah. Basically, I knew that Brian took me and Curtis to the club because me and Curtis didn't have a car. I didn't get a car till like 2 years later from this, I think. About 2 years later-ish. And I hope I wrote about that. So let's wrap this up. We've got, 2 more entries, right? Yeah, so we're on Sunday, July 14th. Oh, so... So, Sunday, July 14th, 2002 was my friend's birthday. I put in here, spent the day with Kentucky on his birthday, and apparently I made him a gift. Child, I used to make people CDs. I don't know why I made CDs back. I made CDs for people, and I just hope everybody's burned them or destroyed them. It was a hot mess. On that CD, though, what did I include on it? We're not talking about that one. We're talking about Kentucky's birthday. Kentucky's an interesting guy because we had been friends for years. And we had a thing where he moved to Kentucky. He moved to Kentucky like 2 times, if I remember correctly. But then he came back. And now I've moved away. And I think that was my I think I had my chance with him. I think it's like basically, that's a whole nother story. We'll just let that go. High school, hope they're destroyed by now. So I wrote, So one of the things I wrote, this is back in 2002. I knew me back then. So one of the things I wrote is, I have a lot to do. It says, a lot to do, time, and little motivation. A lot to do, time, and little motivation. And so I read that and I was like, oh my God, I haven't changed in 17, 18 years. Because I'm the same way. I have a lot to do. I have the time to do it in, and no motivation at all. Like literally, like trying to shoot this video has been a process for me with the lack of motivation, the over scrutinizing, I guess you could say, of my own videos. I'm like, the YouTube commenters don't even have to come for me. And the journal community is so freaking accepting, and I'm doing this and I'm like, stop it. This community is not like other communities. They're very positive. Put your stuff out there. I just gotta, girls and boys, I gotta get it together. And then that was that, but I did have one more entry that I typed up, but I never made notes on. So let's go through this together, shall we? There's day one. So I've been typing all my stuff into an app called Day One. Very interesting little app. There's no place like work is the title of the entry. Let me just skim through this before I start talking. PDF, you've guessed it. Why was I talking about PDF files? Apparently on my, I don't know which messenger I was on. I put 0 out of 45 people are online. I'm surprised I can get online. Well, see, back in this day, I had dial-up internet, and my sister used to get on the phone and talk. And if you tried to go online when somebody was talking on the phone, you could hear them through the modem going. It was so annoying when I couldn't get online. I'd have to leave the house. But I think I was on, it had to be Yahoo Messenger at the time. Like, kids today don't know what Yahoo Messenger was, but it had to be Yahoo Messenger because I didn't really talk to many people on AOL at this time. I'd left, like, AOL was a 2001 thing, 2000 to 2001 thing. The funny thing is that I don't remember really is there's a couple entries. There's one entry where I talk about Curtis staying the night at my house, and then apparently Keith, Kentucky, stayed the night at my house also, and I don't remember either of those. I don't ever remember having my friends stay over. And then the thing is, my household was very, I don't know how you describe it, like, if my friends had to stay the night, I didn't have to like go to my sister and be like, hey, you know, my friend is staying the night. It was just, you just fell asleep on the couch. Like, we had friends over all the time at our house. So it was like very, like, fluid. Like, everything wasn't like, we were the house that everybody came to. All the kids came to our house. We always had friends and family over. It was like my whole childhood. So it wasn't a thing for either Curtis or Kentucky to stay the night. They were just, if you came over, like, I don't even remember. That's how little of a thing it was for me as a youth to have my best friend just come over and stay. Like, I think he had stayed like 3 nights or something, and I was like, oh, I wonder when he's going to take his ass home. Which is beautiful. I had a really good youthful time. There's more to talk about from that time that I can elaborate on. I just got to get there. And then I put in here a bunch of dates. I went through and kind of cataloged all my journal dates. And that was pretty much it. Hold on. I do have something here that I just noticed. Oh, Kentucky went to the fair with his girlfriend at the time. Oh, okay. I didn't go because I was poor. I didn't have a job. I wanted a job. Remember, I was praying for a job around this time. I prayed for months and nothing. God has walked away from me, and he ain't coming back.
Amazing.
Look at Mikey.
I wasn't here for that.
I like gingers. Ginger, ginger, ginger.
That's horrible.
Hey, straight boy.
He's really close.
Of course. Fucking cute. I gotta be on the camera.
I'm sure like one eyeball is on the camera.
Me.
Yeah.
Me.
Your nose is on there.
I'm cute. I'm drinking real beer.
You can't see it.
Yes, you can.
It's crazy because I'm living with my sister.
Like that?
Still can't see it.
You know what? I can look yours.
Jobs and go.
I can see my boobs now. Thank you.
Oh, all the boys will like the boobs. I don't know. Perdón, perdón.